Alright, welcome to Cabal Coffers, and I have listed 100 new cards to my TCGPlayer store. I'll show you all the great cards that we have listed. I have over 15,000 cards on my TCGPlayer store, and many high value cards on my eBay store. And these are mostly just bulk foils, but I have recently bought a huge collection of foils with the intention of maybe keeping some of them, but with the current events that are going on in Magic right now, I'm not really interested in collecting. I don't see any value to me as somebody that doesn't really play anymore. I really just collect old sets, draft every now and then. Not a big fan of Commander. Got a lot of Modern Horizon foils. These are all common and uncommons. Some Strixhaven that's mixed in here. And then we got some Modern Horizon cards. Some of them are the alternate retro frame. I know a lot of these are not really super high value, but they're definitely playable cards. And I've been selling Magic cards online for, man, it's been like almost 25 years now. So started off as a hobby, turned into a business, turned into a full-time job, then turned into a side job again. But lots of these Innistrad foils as well. Rest. And in a previous video, somebody complained like, "Oh yeah, all these foils are ruined because they're curled." And yeah, there is quite a bit of curling, but that's modern foils for you. Every single one is going to have a little bit of pringling that goes on, because that's just the quality of them now. You can tell that some sets are better than others when it comes to foil quality. I've heard that some are printed in Japan and they have nicer ink, the Japanese ink, and then a bunch of them are printed in China probably. I'm not quite sure where else they print, but I just assume China because it's probably the cheapest place. Or Mexico. It's also a cheap production place. Did anybody hear about the Lego controversy going on right now? I tried to get into selling Legos and I couldn't do it. It's too tedious. Like, I like to sell Warhammer bits, but it's relatively easy to identify what a bit is by just looking at it if you know the figures. With Lego, I'm just not as familiar, and it's really difficult for me to identify the pieces. And I was going to go into like opening a Owl Brick and Bit Brick store or whatever they're called, but it's just too tedious. But apparently they have a factory in Mexico that there are people stealing minifigs and then they're selling them in large quantities to resellers. So there's a lot of illegal secondary minifigs, loose minifigs floating around. So you might find them at your local swap meet or on eBay for really cheap and wonder why. And it's because the market is completely flooded. There's some of these Kaldheim cards. Never really got into that set. I was starting to get out of playing Constructed Magic around these sets, this set time. There's a lot of Battle for Zendikar. Ikoria. I kind of liked Ikoria. I don't think the cards, except for the lands, there was not very good cards in that set, but overall, I really like the really cartoony monster dinosaur aesthetic. This is Battle for Baldur's Gate, I think, or the commander decks. I really like the dungeon mechanic and the Dungeons and Dragons theme stuff. But again, the value of the set was really bad. And it seems like they could have really took some time playtesting that set before they released it. I mean, every set can't be super powerful. In some sets, I think it's just fun to collect the cards, but most people are there for value or usability. There's a lot of cool cards in this Neon Genesis set. I thought it was a very good set, and the art direction, kind of anime cyberpunk, was kind of new. Kind of felt like a Asian Ravnica set or something. It's kind of cool. I like that set. I like rats. I had a really cool rat commander deck, but I have been slowly taking apart my commander decks and getting rid of the cards because I don't play anymore. And I don't really like competitive Magic, and at least with Commander, because it seems very lopsided. But yeah, you can find my store by going to linktree/CabalC. Link I'll put it in the description of this video. You can check out, I have thousands and thousands of things for sale on eBay, nerd stuff like Warhammer and Star Wars and card games, graded stuff, toys, weird stuff like board games and pieces, bits and bobs, video games, only retro video games, but video games, and then cards. I mostly sell on TCGPlayer, but I do like to trade on Deckbox too. So check me out if you want to trade on my personal collection, which I have alphas and betas and old stuff for trade, and I'm looking for old stuff too. But yeah, I just wanted to put out a quick video showcasing these 100 cards I just listed on TCGPlayer, so you can go check them out. Yeah, and have a great day.